got a 5. And so if one of us is surprised, and you are surprised on a 1 or a 2, I'm surprised on a 1 or a 2. So you are surprised.
I'm surprised.
Right, and then we take the difference for 3 segments, 5 minus 2. But you have a +2 on this. So therefore you are only going to lose 6 seconds.
Okay.
And since all of them are busy, that means none of them are going to, if you were surprised and just stood there for all these segments, I would say some of the baboons in the back would have divert their attention onto you.
Okay.
But you are not in that situation. You basically stand there for 6 seconds doing this.
Okay.
Which is only reasonable.
Come on.
And I will also point out that if it was anyone else, although I think you also have this reaction? No.
+2 reaction.
Yeah, the 2 half-elves are actually, and with their high dexterity, they both have this. So if it was anybody but you two, you would be standing there for 3 times that long. So,
okay.
And then would have been opened up to an attack. So your higher reactivity has actually helped you in this case. We have settled that issue. Knowing that you are a little bit, you're not going to get your full action. You're going to be bedazzled for a moment. Now it's initiative.
Okay.
Wait, one side. That one. Oh.
Okay.
No, roll again. Roll again. 5 to 2. Oh. Okay, so, yeah, because those 2 guys rolled together and I didn't want to pick. So that means your side, which is everybody, wins initiative. And in that case, everyone on the winning side goes first. There are, we don't have any missile attacks. You dropped your bow. Yeah. And so then, is anybody doing any movement? You guys are just going to fight next to each other, right?
Yeah. Remember the baboons right in front of me. So I can't. I have a baboon here and a wall here. I don't really have much movement to do.
Correct. Although you do have we are talking about a mid, and the 2 of you can like maneuver somewhat side to side, you know, to give as much to keep them from getting around behind you at least, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then let's see. And you are fighting for your life over there, I think.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know how many was on me.
Actually, you killed one of them, and I think there's at least one more that is coming near you, or I have to. You have a little more freedom of movement.
Yeah, but I'm going for the.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. In that case, then, and also if you want to do spell casting, then it will take you just a little bit of time to cast. So that means we will resolve the spell after the fighting, unless you want to just fight.
Yeah, fight is great.
Okay, you go on. You're a cleric. I mean, you can do things. So,
2 questions.
Yeah.
Do I have to move to get close enough to one of those baboons to kill it? And do I
actually,
have to...
no. They seem to be jumping like right past you. At those 2 guys fighting them right there.
Changing weapon from the knife to the sword.
Right.
Will take time.
Just one segment. You're in good shape. Yeah.
I'm going to do that, and I'm just going to. Do I see who is in most need of some active help?
You're closer to them. He's way across. He's way across. You are.
I'm going so close in.
Yeah. See, you're at the tree, and they are right there at the door to this little building here. So that means that you are right next to them.
Yeah.
He is way over here.
I'm going to share this little party.
Now, sadly, you don't have surprise on them, so you don't get to backstab.
That's okay.
So let's do some damage. Milo, we will deal with you in just a moment because surprisingly, something strange is happening inside somewhere. So
I have not.
So everybody, if you want to attack a baboon, everybody, let's go ahead and roll.
What do you roll?
This is to roll a hit is actually the D20.
Mhm.
And let's go and write down your rolls at the bottom there. These are animals. They are not wearing formal armor, so their armor class does not affect your chance to hit based on the weapon. And so if I go to my baboons, let's see how you do. Go ahead, Yaroslav, roll a D20.
12.
Aha, well, and these are armor class 7. So if you look at your 7, you need to get that number or higher.
13. Maybe.
And so,
But
oh wait.
I am 1 to hit. And
That's
1 to
right, you have a
damage.
+1 to hit because of your strength.
Mm.
So you do get it, you get a 13.
Yeah.
Nice.
Rock and roll. Actually, the way we technically do it, according to the rules, we drop the armor class to 6 rather than +1 to the roll.
Ah.
There are reasons for this that will come into play at some point or another, so we might as well remember that that's the way to do it.
Okay.
So your strength has actually helped you hit the baboon when otherwise you wouldn't. Rather like these edge case moments. These are fun. Go ahead and roll your damage. D6 +1 for your strength.
Also, I can choose a weapon because the options were 2 or 1.
I understand. I need to play with Yaroslav.
Yeah.
5.
What, you rolled a 5?
4.
4 +1 is 5. Nice hit. And so in that case, this particular baboon, you have slashed apart.
2 of them.
So only 82 left to go. And so at least it seems like that in the moment. And so how about you?
That's a 10. So it's the number and below or the number and above?
The number and above,
Yeah.
sadly. You need
So it's
13.
getting more difficult when they
Right,
Yeah.
number. Okay.
right. The lower the armor
Okay, yeah.
class, the harder it is to hit.
Makes sense.
Mhm.
Wargamers.
Not really to me, but then maybe
No,
my
it doesn't
brain.
make sense. It's insane.
Aha.
Did it.
There we go.
And
Short sword as well, I
Yes.
believe.
no,
Oh, only 1 point to that one. Okay.
both
So,
side.
yes. And here we go.
11.
Sadly, no. Okay, so you guys are fighting away at the baboons, and then they will have some chances to hit you back. And I believe only one is on you. Because the ones who are jumping toward you have just discovered a distraction.
Yeah, welcome.
That is not hitting you. They're just going left to right. I rolled an 8, and you are the one we were worried about because you have no armor. And so this baboon sadly did not manage to attack you. So, and then, right, the one that you have struck at.
Mhm.
What is your armor class?
Oh,
Right, your
7
armor class
and then
is 7.
defensive is -3.
Right, so effectively 4.
4.
So you're
So
too fast
6
for it to
damage.
hit. Yeah, it would have hit someone else, but she's too quick. All right.
I have 7 in armor class and a +1 from the cloak of protection. So
Right, but that gives you therefore a 6.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Besides 4.
right. So therefore, although I do want to double check that quickly because we want to make sure you're not being too screwed, but these tables are actually quite generous to the monsters, I have noticed.
Okay.
So even though they have only that hit die, that puts you at a 6. Yeah, they needed a 13 to hit, and they
Yeah.
rolled a 15. Okay, so therefore, the damage, however, is only. Oh, that's right. You took 8 hits, right, Yaroslav? You were bitten for 2d4,
Yeah.
and you took that. So,
4.
oh, these baboons can really bite.
I think you've only done maximum damage.
So, yeah, it's- they can't all be alphas. I mean, that doesn't work. So, and then finally for you.
7 minus 3. So 4, which is.
Right, and unfortunately they do, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they need, or
Yeah,
15, I think, actually. So, no, that's you, that's what you need to hit.
They need 15.
And they roll 17. So, therefore, 2. Alright, so you guys are getting a bit slashed up by the baboons, although there's damage being done in all directions here. It's quite a deadly little fight at this point. And so, that gives us a look inside now, where Over currently brings the ritual to its close and says, "You're here." Opens his eyes. You are standing here. You have been brought to this new temple of your good God to do good works. You have ritually prepared yourself to be summoned. So you're the cleanest person in this whole story by a very long way.
At least at the moment.
And you are, and who knows where you were, but now you have been summoned here. Oliver tells you, we are here to save someone who was corrupted through evil magic, through no will of their own, has been punished for it, who lies here in decay and corruption, with only the smallest chance to save what is left of them and reclaim them for the good that they would have lived and would have had, and the destruction, the final destruction of their corruptor. Hork is here already. Hork, says Albert, looking around. Then he hears everything and says, "What's going on out there?" This is a little nice priest, nice guy, seems to have not a cleric, okay, in the fighter sense, but he is saying, "I must attend to." The spell is right, atonement. I must attend to the atonement. Please see what's going on out there. We don't want that. I thought this was going to be a nice, quiet ritual. So there, you're in a little room that looks a lot like somebody's garage. And it has been carefully swept and cleaned, but there is still in one corner a pile of junk that had been kind of placed into that corner for eventual disposal. There's a couple of sleeping mats there, and the most basic, like camping gear or rough living gear, a bucket or two, and it doesn't really look very temple-like, although it is quite clean, and there is a very nice little rug that Over was sitting on. That's good. There's a little, like the size of this microphone, a little idol of, the good God, and nicely placed in central location, but yeah, this is very much a startup temple situation. And Over is quite perturbed. He says, "I must attend to the atonement. This is our mission here. If something violent is happening out there, we're in trouble." Where's Hork? Hork! Stop playing around! He's been a big fighter. So, what are you doing during this minute or so of your appearance?
I don't know.
Well, Oliver would very much like you to go and see what's going on outside and perhaps settle things down out there, whatever they may be.
Yeah.
It's not a very nice part of town, he points out.
Okay.
So, are you interested in some weapon talk?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there is a fun thing called a footman's flail, which is like a stick with spikes on it, chained with a short chain to a handle, which is quite a good thumper. And there are some there are some very long weapons, like a halberd, which is a cross between a spear and an axe.
And made to and with a hook to take riders off their horses.
Right, it's more of an infantryman army cavalry or an army weapon rather than like a personal weapon.
Yeah.
We talked about the longsword, which historically matches the actual rapier, but they call it a longsword here. And then if you want some other things that are a little bit more, kind of dramatic, another really big weapon is the two-handed sword, the Zweihander, which is the real deal, right? The almost not 2 meters, but 1.75 meters.
Yeah.
Nasty thing, but it's a real like open field kind of weapon. It's not something you use in the dark alley. There's plain old spears, of which nothing bad can be said, and there's a few other things. I mean, but those are sort of the sort of warrior weapons that come to mind. Do you have thoughts on any of those?
So I'm thinking either the short sword or one of the spears.
Aha, okay. Well, you can actually have both. Let's just say that you have both, because you're a fighter and are proficient with actually 4 types of weapon. So those will be 2 of them. Keep in mind that if someone is charging you with a spear and you have time to set it, it will do double damage to a charging opponent. So that's a good thing.
So I am trying to what?
Oh, to brace the spear against something solid.
Yeah.
If someone is charging at you. So just a special ability for that. We'll say a spear and a longsword.
Yeah.
Okay. So, which one will you grab? You are wearing some chainmail, unless you want it to be a different sort of armor, but let's go with that for now, okay?
Yeah.
And so, which will you take? Oh, that's funny too. You have a shield as well, correct?
Yeah.
Hork's shield is sitting right there, and his armor is, and like ordinary daytime clothes are sitting right there. He seems to be running around in his nightshirt or something, and we hope, and is clearly something's really wrong. I mean, he left his other weapons there. His short sword is not